Hi everyone, shall we start? Well, so we are almost like in the process of completing the lesson number 15, financial management. So probably Wednesday we can complete the full lesson. So next Monday we'll be starting lesson number 16, which is human resource management. That will be the end of the management part. Lesson number 17. So then we have information system, and lesson number 18. It's regarding collection of knowledge in terms of a management part, in terms of preparing a business plan. Right? There again nothing new. So then we can start the full paper discussions as well. Well, now we were talking about the Colombo Stock Exchange, which comes under the financial markets. Now, you know what is financial system? System consists of a lot of components. Financial instruments, financial markets, financial institutions, financial infrastructure. Components, regulatory authorities would make it. Now, coming to the financial market, you divide into two, saying money market and capital markets. So for your short-term needs, for your short-term investments. The market, there are two kind of people, right? Buyers and sellers in a market. Invest කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන අය සහ financing එහෙම නැත්නම් loans ගන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන අය. Right? So they go to for their short-term needs, could be investment, could be obtaining loan or finance facilities. They can go for the money market, and for their long-term requirements, they can go to the capital market. So the capital market එක යටතේ එන එකක් තමයි share market එක. අපි share market out. When it comes to the Sri Lankan context, අපිට තියෙන ඉතින් Colombo Stock Exchange එක තමයි. Colombo Stock Exchange, right? So that is one and only share market. Colombo Stock Exchange, CSE. Right, so we talk about an intro. And what else, guys? We discussed, I think, the important as well. Yes. This is a company limited by guarantee. That's one of the important point, right? Share market and Colombo Stock Exchange, a company limited by guarantee. GTE company limited by guarantee, right? It belongs to the types of business organization. If I make a monitor karna SEC the monitored by SEC. What the SEC Securities and Exchange Commission. Commission kiwad දාන්න නේද? Government corporation එකක්, right? Commission එක. ඉතින් මේක monitor කරන්නේ public corporation. Well, what else? So here, so we talked about the intro, guys. So then we came to the important, right? Important. I'm just summarizing the points. This is a good platform where you want to make a good investment, and also this is a good opportunity for a company to be listed in the share market and obtain more capital to the company. So bring more capital. And also it's really important that for the investors, and also it will enhance the financial markets in Sri Lanka. So it gives you opportunity for the listed companies. And also, when you have a company listed, so your brand name, your company names also goes on. So those set of things that we discussed. Now today's part about purchasing shares, I'll summarize the points. So I'll ask you to write the day plan. So purchase of shares. There are two methods, guys, you can purchase. I'll come one by one. And also you need to start how a company, register in the share market, right? How to register in the sense a company, right? Company, how to register. So those are the subtopics comes under the your Colombo Stock Exchange topic, and also the boards, right? The boards in share market, right? Boards in share market. තවත් ගොඩක් අය දැක්ලා ඇති share market කිව්වම එක්ක news වල හරි නැත්තම් මොන හරි pictures වලින් හරි videos වලින් හරි you can see some boards are visible, right? එතකොට මේක අපි බෙදනවා the main board and Dirisavi board කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ විදිහට අපි ඉගෙනත් කතා කරමු. there are two boards. එතනින් පස්සේ I'll move to yes, so how to register in main board, right? So you have two boards here, main board and Dirisavi board. So in English also we say Dirisavi board. Right? So I'll talk those separately. මීට අමතරව තව board එකක් තියෙනවා watch list board එක කියලා. I'll also explain that, but with the star mark, right? Yes, so those are the subtopics comes under Colombo Stock Exchange. Apart from that, we'll be measuring the performance of the share market as well separately, like S&P 20 and ASPI index, all share price index. ඒක අපි වෙනම කතා කරමු. හරි. එමු බලන්න මෙතනට. So okay, so I'll put some marks for that. Intro done. Important. Now purchase of shares. So there are two methods that you can purchase shares. එකක් අපි කියනවා through primary market කියලා. ආට යන්න පුළුවන් primary market එකකින්. You can purchase, you can do a direct purchase from the company itself, right? So without going to the Colombo Stock Exchange, you can directly purchase from the company. So that's one method. And if you are going by the Colombo Stock Exchange, එතකොට අපි කියනවා ඒක secondary market එක කියලා. Right? Now primary market, and also we have secondary market. And in terms of the registration process, yes, we have three kind of registration process. So one thing is through an IPO, right? First one. I hope you know the meaning of IPO. We have discussed in right? So it's something in lesson number 4, right? මොකක්ද IPO එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ initial public offering එකක්. So that is the very first time where a company register or list, and actually we use the word list. That's the proper word to use. So the very first time a company list in the share market and then issue එකට අපි කියනවා IPO එකක් කියලා. එහෙම නැත්නම් initial public offering එකක්. Initial public offering, right? So that's the number one. Part 2 will be through an offer for sale. Through an offer for sale. And number 3 would be through an introduction. Well, guys, so can we have this, structure, please? So then you get the overall idea, right? Intro and important already covered. So today we'll start with purchase of shares, primary market, secondary market, and how to register. The limited company, listed company can be registered. So 3 ways. And also there are 2 types of boards mainly. Apart from that, there's a board called watch list board as well. I'll show you by referring to the Colombo Stock Exchange website. What are those boards? All right, so can we have our day plan as well? Right, I'll give like another 1 minute, and I'll start with how you can purchase shares as an investor. Investor කෙනෙක් විදිහට ඔයාලට කොහොමද shares ගන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් ඔයාලට direct purchase එකක් කරන්න පුළුවන් primary market එකෙන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් what we usually do through Colombo Stock Exchange through a broker. Stock brokers ගැන අපි කතා කරා special financial institutions යටතේ in the secondary market. Well, so can we write a subtopic? Purchase of shares. Purchase of shares. So let's write what is primary market and what is secondary market as I explained. The direct purchasing of shares by investors from a company that involves in issuing shares in the primary market. So they direct sell. So you can purchase from the company itself. And the other one is purchasing of shares by investors from Colombo share market නැත්නම් CSE ඔක්කොම එකයි. අපි ගොඩක් නම් use කරන මේකට share market කියන CSE කියන Colombo share market. So that's the same market, in the secondary market. Can you please write these two explanations? Right, now let's move to the how to register. So how you can get listed through three ways. Right? So there are three ways you can get registered your organization. Now let's see what are those three options. Right, so number one, you have here through an IPO, which is we already know. This is the very first time a company issues shares, so they come to the listed status. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ කලින් ගොඩක් වෙලාට private limited status එකේ තියෙනවා. Private limited එකෙන් ඒගොල්ලෝ public limited එනවා. You might remember the company classification. ආට මතකයි private limited වල තියෙන 1 to 50 members ඒගොල්ලන්ට publicly shares issue කරන්න බෑ. Right, all the close friends and family members. So 1 to 50. එතන ඒ criteria එකෙන් ඒගොල්ලෝ යනවා so limited companies, private and public. So public එක තමයි අපි කොටස් දෙකකට බෙදන්නේ listed and non listed කියලා වට මතකයි නේද? හරිම බලන්න. So limited companies, two parts, private limited and public limited. Public ආපහු කොටස් දෙකකට බෙදෙනවා. එකක් තමයි listed entities and non-listed කියලා, right? Non-listed. If I go by the number of members or the shareholders, so 1 to 50. Now here it's 1 to unlimited. Unlimited, right? In terms of directors, minimum 1 director. So here minimum 2 directors. ඒ කියන්නේ එක shareholder කෙනෙක්ට විතරක් company එක start කරන්න බෑ when it come to public. හරි එහෙනම් listed status දැන් හැම company එකක්ම listed status එකෙන් start කරන්නේ නැහැනේ. right? ගොඩක් වෙලාවට private limited වල ඉඳලා ඒගොල්ලෝ listed. මම කිව්වා recently Kapruka, right? You know Kapruka? It's one of online business. ඊට පස්සේ මම කිව්වා Luminex කිය තව company එකක් තිබුණා. ඊට පස්සේ Prime Group එක register වුණා. මම කියන්නේ recent listed entities, right? එතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ කලින් තිබුණේ private, ඉස්සර තිබ්බේ Kapruka Private Limited. හරි දැන් එතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ list වෙලා එතන Kapruka public listed company වෙනවා PLC status එකට එනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝගේ very first time they issue shares, right? එනවා listed now through Colombo Stock Exchange එකේ තමයි list කරන්නේ. Initial public offering එකකට යන්න පුළුවන්. හරි අපි ඒක දාගමු first එක. Initial public offering. Can we write this explanation? Number 1. Registering through an initial public offer is a company getting listed in the share market after inviting the public to invest by issuing shares for the very first time. Hella Clothing. Guys, yes, I think Hella Clothing also recently, recently they listed. Because if you see the listed entities, guys, you can check from the website, right? I remember that name, Hella Clothing. I guess it's one of a company that recently got listed. Yes, and if you want to have a detailed information about a company, right? If they are registered, guys, all information is there, and I'll show you how you can get those as well. Right? No, shall we write only the first one, guys, please? The rest I'll explain and I'll be time to write. Yeah, so dude, guys, all all printed, but I'm still waiting. They dispatch the order. So as soon as I receive those, I'll send you. So they find some difficulties to hand over the order to me. So as soon as get, so don't worry, it will be a fully printed tube. So then you guys can just refer. And also the next one also will be there, HR management. Right, so are we good? Right. Next one, look at the next one, make a through an offer for sale. Second one, through an offer for sale, right? So done with this one. Through an offer for sale. හරි මේ බලන්න. දැන් අපි දන්නවා company එකකට share issue කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ. Share market යන්නේ නැතුවත් ඒ කොහොමද? Right? මෙන්න මේ ක්‍රමයට මොකද public company කියන්නේ you issue shares, right? Shares and debentures to the public. වෙනස තමයි listed ඒවා යන්නේ share market එක හරහා අනිත් ඒවා non listed. list කරන්නේ නැතුව ඒගොල්ලෝ shares issue කරලා තියෙනවා. පැහැදිලිද කතාව? හරි. දැන් එහෙනම් හිතන්න එහෙම company එකකට for example, we can tell something like Maliban Biscuits Limited, right? Public company, but not issued shares to the public. I think every companies keep that here. හරි හිතමු එහෙම company එකකට ඕනේ දැන් share market එකට යන්න කියලා. So initially they did not, think of listing, but they issued shares to the public as a non-listed company, and now they want to list their shares in the share market and obtain more capital. But the problem is you have already issued share, but not from CSC. So the already shared issue, you can make an offer. So through an offer for sale is a company which is already issued share to the public, and they now want to list in Colombo Stock Exchange. A already purchased shares එහෙමම හම්බ වෙනවා. අලුත් අයට පුළුවන් share market එක හරහා purchase කරන්න. So that is something what happened in the second stage. හරි මම third එකත් explain කරන්න. ඒතර ඔය note එක එකපාර ලියා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Through an introduction. මේ introduction එකේදී වෙන්නේ අපි දන්නා when you list your entity in the Colombo Stock Exchange, you get kind of a publicity. You get kind of exposure to the investors. Because why? Because the investors always visit the Colombo Stock Exchange website, right? So in that matter, they will be looking to your profile. So it's a place where you can showcase your company's profile. So in that manner, what happens is you are not exactly sure whether to issue shares, but you just list your entity. ඔයා නිකන් ලිස්ට් කරලා තියෙනවා තාම shares issue කරලා නැහැ. ඒකට ආයෙ පොඩි publicity එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද investors ලා නිතර මේ website එකට එනවා. එතකොට ආගේ company එක නම දැක්කොත් ඒගොල්ලෝ ගිහිල්ලා බලනවා මේ information එන්න මේ වගේ business එකක් කරන්නේ. Likewise. So you can, attract some potential investors. So maybe they might come and ask, okay, when do you issue shares? So your, numbers looking great. You are, profit and the business you are doing. That should get some sort of a publicity. Because I'll show you CSC website. So there's a profile for every company. So all information will be there. Here their financial statement. And for some purposes, uploading financial statement also one of a requirement. Right? I think investors, right? The accounting is all about the taking decisions for the interested parties. So investors, potential investors are one of interested parties. So they have to make the decision regarding to purchase more or to sell, to make their decisions. through an offer for sale and through an introduction. The මේක ගොඩක් වෙලාට test කරලා තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක් MCQ වගේ. What are the three ways that you can register, you can list an entity? So through an IPO, through an offer for sale, and through an introduction. So hope you guys are clear with that. Right, so first I'll share the note and I'll come back to the CSE website and show you how a company's profile will look like. Right, guys, all good. I'll give you like another 1 minute. So please write those another 2 ways that you can list. Right, guys, all good? Right. So let's move to the Colombo Stock Exchange website. I just search a company, Hella Apparel Holdings, right? Just because you inquired about the company whether it's registered. So I just search, company search. You can search any company here. So Hella Apparel Clothing. So they have something called a code, guys. Make it our boards appear with the full, not the full name. So Hella in. So this is kind of a code, right? So what you can see here. This is the company profile. So it says close price, previous close, turnover is there, share volume එක තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ days price range එක කියන්නේ අද දවසේ ඇතුළත share එකක් කොච්චර price එකකට sell වෙලා තියෙන කියලා. ඒ වගේම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ market capitalization එක. Right, market capitalization. Got it. හරි ඊට පස්සේ තියෙන company profile ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ address, business summary, what they do, right? So they are a global apparel supply chain solution provider. Their website, their investor relations email, founded in 2018. ඒ වගේම quarter date. මොකක්ද මේ quarter date කියලා කියන්නේ අපි දන්නවා මෙන්න මේ listed non-listed කියන word දෙකට අමතරව අපි තව එක word එකක් use කරනවා quoted company and non-quoted company කියලා. I think you remember we discussed this. අපි listed කියන එක නෙමෙයි quoted කරා කියලා, right? So quoted company non-quoted company. now quoted date කියලා කියන්නේ කවදද ඒක list කරේ කියලා. නා වැඩි කාලයක් නැහැ. Yes, it's recently, as you can see. 2022 February 7th, right? February 7th තමයි sorry මේක quarter කළා තියෙන. So financial year end එක 31st March. ඒ වගේම company secretaries, company auditors ලා mention වෙනවා, PricewaterhouseCoopers නැත්නම් PwC, and also articles of association, right? One of a company's one of a internal constitutions, you can download and even see the company's articles of association, because when you want to make the investment decision, you need to know their internal rules and regulation. So as you can see, the introduction, I think maybe that you can see, right, in the articles of association what kind of information there, the business of the company, the shares, the rights and responsibilities of the shareholders, maybe that all the informations are there, because you need to have the information, right? Got it. So back to the profile. හරිත අමතරව key executives, board of members ලා ගැන mention කරන ඒ වගේම introduction video එකක් තියෙනවා. ඊට අමතරව charts. So in order to show the chart guys, you have to log into the MyCS. You have to make an account there. Financial, quarterly reports, financials available, you can download, right? Interim financial statements, kind of videos, announcements, cards, right? Trade summary, articles. I think maybe data investment relations, I think order profile plus any company, right? So even if you search here like Haley's, you get the same Haley's PLC, right? So you can see their logo and all the information. Got it, right? Company profile, charts, financials. You can download all the financials, right? You can download as a right. So their annual report. All informations are there for you to make a better decision. Got it? Right. So I hope that clear with that, guys. Well, good. Now we are moving to, there are two boards, basically two boards. ඊට අමතරව තව board එකක් තියෙනවා, watch list board එක කියලා. දැන් මෙහෙම එකපාරම හැම companies කීයක් තියෙනවද? 296 companies list කළා දෙනවා. මේ 296ම එකම board එකක දැම්මොත් පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා. මොකද ඒකේ තියෙනවා එක range. දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් Haley's ගත්තොත් එතන ගොඩක් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ market capitalization එක වැඩි. අපි කියන market cap එක කියලා. හැබැයි අපි ගලුවොත් මේ අලුත් කම්පැනියක් Kapruga Luminex වගේ recently listed ඒවා එච්චර capacity එකක් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා අපි encourage, because the CSC's objective is to encourage all the business entities to be listed, right? Then only they can grow the company, right? So they are company limited by guarantee. හරි මේ බලන්න boards දෙකක් තියෙනවා ආට බලමු මොනවද මේ boards දෙක කියලා. හරි මේ බලන්න එහෙනම් main board එක and Dirisavi board. So I'll start with Dirisavi board. මම Dirisavi එකෙන් start කරන්න. මොකක්ද දැන් in සිංහල තේරුම මොනවද in සිංහල තේරුම what is Dirisavi? So Dirisavi means kind of you are encouraging someone. Right? The saviyak වෙන කියන්නේ Diri. So it means දිරිමත් කරන කියන එක. එතකොට so it's like encourage the companies to be listed. ඒ නිසා එකපාරට ගිහිල්ලා main board එකට දාන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ අර පොඩි කාලේ swimming ඉගෙන ගත්තී ආව ගිහිල්ලා එකපාර pool එකට දාන්න නැතුව ආව දානවා baby pool එකට. Something like that, right? So Dirisavi board එකකින් ඔයාලට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම යන්න පුළුවන් ඊළඟට main board එකට. Right? එහෙනම් Dirisavi board කියලා කියන්නේ initially, right? companies වලට ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ total capital එක 100 million. right? එහෙනම් company එකක capital එක 100 million වලට වඩා අඩුයි නම් ඔයාට යන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ මේ Dirisavi board එකට. මම මෙතන mention කරන්නම් main board යන්න නම් ඔයාට capital එක මිලියන 500ක් ඕනේ. ලේසි නෑ නේද? මිලියන 500ක් කියන්නේ half a billion rupees, right? හැබැයි 100 million වෙනකම් ඔයාට යන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන Dirisavi board එකට ගියාට පස්සේ. ඉතින් මේ විදිහට එතකොට ඕනම company එකකට මෙතනට යන්න හැකියාවක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි ඔයාලට මතකයි අපි කතා කරා something called share underwriting. share underwriting ගැන කතා කරා. මොකද share underwriting කිව්ව අපි කිව්වේ there are things you need to be fulfilled. There are something called CSC rules. Colombo Stock Exchange rules, which is published by Securities and Exchange Commission. දැන් මේ විදිහට හැම කම්පැනි එකක්ම නිකන් අර එන්නම් වාලේ කියලා අපි කියන්නේ නේද? ඒ කියන්නේ කිසිම තේරුමක් නැතුව ලිස්ට් කරන්න පටන් ගත්තොත් ඒකත් ඒගොල්ලන්ට ප්‍රශ්නයක් කරනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි කිව්වොත් දැන් හැම පොඩි හිතන small හැම කම්පැනියක්ම රෙජිස්ටර් කරොත් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඇඩ්මිනිස්ට්‍රේෂන් අමාරුයි. So that's also a really question. So that's why they come up with some rules. හරි නේද? ඒගොල්ලෝ කියනවා ආට capital එක 100 million වලට වඩා අඩු වුණාට කමක් නැහැ. හැබැයි මෙන්න මේකෙන් 10% should belong to public. පැහැදිලි කතාව. ඒක තමයි අපි කිව්වේ නම් මේගොල්ලෝ initially shares issue කරද්දී මේකෙන් 10% වත් ඒගොල්ලෝ sell කරගන්න ඕනේ. එහෙනම් if you are able to sell 10% means you have a kind of a reputation recognition, right? එතන මේ නිසා තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට share underwriting වලට යන්නේ. If you are unable to get this threshold of 10% out of your total capital, then they say no, come next time, something like that, right? ඉතින් මේ විදිහට 10% public එකට belong වෙන්නත් ඕනේ. හැබැයි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ, when you grow with a company, you can always make sure you can transfer, right? You can get your status updated from Dirisavi board to the main board. Main board එක ගත්තොත් එතන 25% public belong වෙන්න ඕනේ. එතන ටිකක් ratio එක ටිකක් වැඩි. So if you are well reputed, obviously you can achieve this target 25% the public shares. So that's belong to public. So what else? And also guys, you need to have the financial reports and okay, financial statement, audited financial reports ආට submit කරන්න වෙනවා මොන board එකකට register කරන්න උනා. හැබැයි ඒක ඒගොල්ලෝ බලලා continuously profit earn කරලාද කියලා. For this one you need to have continuous 3 years profit. Right? company එක හොඳට perform කරලා තියෙනවනේ. මොකද obviously guys, if there's no point, right, that even the CSC let you know register. CSC කාර්ड register කරන්න දුන්නා ඔයාගේ last 3 years වලින් 2 years නවා loss making නම් කවුරුත් ඇවිල්ලා invest කරයිද company එකේ නැහැ ඒකයි ඒගොල්ලෝ rule එකක් දාලා තියෙන්නේ මොකද ඒක ඔයා company එක පැත්තටත් හොඳයි ඒ නිසා ඒගොල්ලෝ කියනවා 3 years ඔයා profit earn කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනලු ඒක audited නේද අපි දන්න auditors ලා ඉන්නේ නේද audited financial statements ඔයාට upload කරන්න වෙනවා right now last 3 years continuously for that right at last 3 years balloting dirisavi board ekේ guys that's just 1 year right ඒ වගේ last අවුරුද්දේ ඔයාට profit earn කරලා තියෙනවා නේ so that's the matter so this is just 1 year but here you need to have continuous 3 years profit making ඉතින් මොන විදිහට criteria කීපයක් තියෙනවා ඒ නිසා best option initially you go as a dirisavi board and then you can gradually update to the main board හරි මම මෙතනම පොඩ්ඩක් explain කරන්න මොකද්ද මේ watch list board එක කියන්නේ මේකට ඉස්සර කිව්වා default board එක කියලා default board කියලා කිව්වා ඉස්සර හැබැයි දැන් කියන්නේ watch list එක කියලා මේ බලන්න watch list කියලා කියන්නේ kind of a warning right to the investors ඒ කියන්නේ මොන හරි company එකක් watch list දාලා තියනවා කියන්නේ you have to think twice before you make your investment decisions because why like I said there are compliance there's something called compliance that you have to agree there are CSC rules තියෙනවා මම එක උදාහරණයක් කියන්නද example එකක් විදිහට හැම company එකක්ම ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා financial year end එක වෙනවා 31st March right හැම අවුරුද්දෙම එතනදා they give some sort of a time period for you to publish because it's a compulsory for you to publish your financial statements හිතන්න I think the period is 4 months or 5 months අර ගොඩක් ලාට newspaper වල දකින්න ඒගොල්ලෝ publish කරනවා මේක for these guys you need to upload to the CSC website ඒ නිසා මේ බලන්න මම එක rule එකක් ඔයාලට explain කරනවා අපි හිතමු දැන් 31st March 2022 වල financial year එක ඉවර වුණානේ I'm not exactly sure the number of months සාමාන්‍ය මම හිතන්නේ 5 months වගේ දෙනවා මේක finalize කරන්න ඒ කිව්වොත් March ඉඳලා April May June July August September I'm not exactly sure the months now let's assume it's September ඒ කියන්නේ 31st March වලින් ඉවර වෙච්ච financial year එකේ fully audited financial statements you have to upload to the CSC website along with the annual report right එහෙම කරන්න බැරි වෙන company එකක් ඒගොල්ලෝ දානවා watch list එකට එතකොට අන්න warning එකක් තියෙනවා මොකද there's something wrong there right something wrong somewhere right because they have not complied with the CSC rule because it's a must because it's a public company it's belong to public so when a CSC is promoting the public to come and purchase the shares but at the same time when the companies do not follow their rules they are putting into the watch list එකකින් කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ ban කළා කියලා එකකින් කියන ඒගොල්ලෝ මොන හරි rule එකක් comply වෙලා නැහැ නැත්නම් ඒක follow කරලා නැහැ they give some sort of a time period so once they upload their financial statement they put into the relevant group එක main board එකට ආපහු main board එකට යවනවා dirisavi board එකට දාන්න ඒ වගේ rules කීපයක් තියෙනවා they have to follow because the money belongs to the public and the CSC is responsible for that so they need to monitor their company's activities because they cannot just behave like a private limited company private limited now trust act and it's your company 1 to 50 no issue not involved with public money it's your family members money so then you can do whatever the things that you want in a private limited but that is also you have the Companies Act number 7 of 2007 there are rules and regulations ඒවති ප්‍රගල ආටෝන ඉදිරියට කරන්නත් නමුත් for this one these are public companies හරි පැහැදිලි කතාව එහෙනම් watch list එකට දාන මොන හරි rule එකක් follow කරලා නැත්තම් so then kind of a warning එකක් දෙනවා ඊට පස්සේ ආ ඒක fulfill කරාට පස්සේ ආපහු relevant group එකට දානවා right so mainly two boards apart from that you have something called watch list දැන් අපි බලමු මොන හරි companies watch list එකේ තියෙනවද කියලා so then you can get an idea as well හරි එහෙනම් අපිට ලියමු topic එකක් boards in share market, and the first one, main board. Boards in share market subtopic, and then under that, main board. So shall we write this small explanation, please? The board separated for the companies with the largest stated capital, right? Local stated capital එකක්. Large companies වල තමයි මේ board එක වෙන් කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Main board. So it's a one of achievement, right? For you to go to the main board, it's a one of a company's achievement. ඇත්තටම කිව්වොත් ඔයාලට මෙතන දාගන්න පුළුවන් කොච්චරක් කිව්වොත් 500 million තියෙන්න ඕනේ. half a billion. Right, and guys, there are some criteria. Criteria I'll share those. What are the requirements? What are the conditions to be fulfilled for you to register in this main board, right? Main board එකට යන්නවට තියෙන්න ඕනේ 500 million තියෙනවා stated capital එක. Just write in the point form. Stated capital here 500 million, right? At least 500 million. ඒ වගේම තමයි profit should have been earned before tax continuously. Before tax, after tax ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. මොකද සමහර tax එකෙන් පස්සේ loss එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ලොකු tax එකක් ගෙවන්න වෙලා. ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. හැබැයි before tax PBT, profit before tax අවුරුදු 3ක් earn කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ හොඳ profit එකක්. එතකොට තමයි ඔයාලා list කරන්න පුළුවන්. Previous years, right? At least 3 previous years continuously. Continuously. ඒ වගේම තමයි the net asset of the business should be confirmed by the audited financial reports. ඔක්කොම audit කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම at least 25% of shares issued should belong to the public. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාලට පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ ඔයාගේ shares වලින් 25ක් හරි විකුණ ගන්න public එකට. එහෙම වුණොත් තමයි ඔයාලට පුළුවන් main board එකට යන්න. Right? Can you please write the criteria or the conditions to be fulfilled? And I'll give a comparison as well. Right? I'll give a comparison as well among main board and the Divisavi board. Right, that's all good. එහෙනම් මතක තියාගන්න legacy points තියෙනවා. එකක් තමයි 500 million එක ඔලුවට දාගන්න stated capital එක මිලියන 500ක් වෙනවා නැත්නම් බිලියන භාගයක්. ඒ වගේම ඒගොල්ලෝ continuously last 3 years වල කියනවා apply කරන දවසට කලින් last 3 years. එහෙනම් දැන් ඔය 2022 ගැන apply කරන්නේ for the financial year 2021, 2020 and 2019 last 3 years are continuously profit before tax තියෙනවා. Right? PBT or profit after tax ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ loss එකක් තිබුණාට but profit before tax continuously. ඊට පස්සේ ආගේ net assets කිව්වොත් ආගේ company එකේ තියෙන assets liabilities equity මේව audit කරලා මේව confirm figures නැත්නම් අපිට ඕන කෙනෙක්ට පුළුවන් balance sheet එක balance කරලා දෙන්න figures දාලා. So not like that. So that has to be audited by the external auditors. Final reports දෙන්න ඕනේ last 2 years වලට audit කරලා තියෙන ඕනේ assets. Right? ඒ වගේම 25% of shares should belong to the public. So you should be able to sell at least 25% of the total shares to the public. Then only they will recognize you. You have that reputation in the public because the public has purchased 25% minimum shares. Right, all good, done with writing. Shall I move to Dirisavi board? So shall we write our next topic, Dirisavi board? Okay, sure, I'll give like another 1 minute. So then move to the Dirisavi board. Well, right. Shall we write Dirisavi board? Now here's the small explanation. The board separated for the company established with the limited stated capital. මොකක්ද limited stated capital එක මිලියන 100ක්. ඉතින් ඒකත් පොඩි ගාණක් නෙමෙයි නේද මිලියන 100ක්. 100 million. Right, so this is the dedicated board for companies to encourage to be listed in the Colombo Stock Exchange by having at least 100 million. Right, million සියක් තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාලට පුළුවන් list කරන්න not less than 100 million. කියන්නේ million 100ක් 500ක් අතර companies වලට පුළුවන් යන්න දිරිසාවයකට. හැබැයි මෙහෙම දැන් ඔයාලට මෙහෙම issue එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාගේ stated capital එක million 600ක් වුණත් සමහරවිට ඔයාලට දිරිසාව යන්න වෙයි. That I'll tell you why. Maybe you're not in a position to 25%, right? Public නැත්තම් ඔයාට 10% හරි public කරගත්තොත් ඔයාට දිරිසාව යන්න පුළුවන් even though your capital is more than 500 million. So there are some criteria I'll show you. So first write the Dirisavi board. The board separated for the company established with the limited stated capital is Dirisavi board. Right, now let's look at the conditions. දැන් ඔයාලට පොඩි අදහසක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ comparative figure එකක් ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. හරි මේ බලන්න. එහෙනම් stated capital. So we are talking about the main board එක දාන්න. Right? එහෙනම් මෙන්න Dirisavi, right? So when you come to Dirisavi, එහෙනම් stated capital එක not less than 100 million. එහෙනම් මතක තියාගන්න අරකේ 500යි මේකේ 100යි. ඒ වගේම අරක තිබුණා 25% should belong to public. එහෙනම් මෙතන at least 10% shares belong to public. එහෙනම් අනිවාර්යෙන්ම 10%ක්වත් ඔයාට sell කරගන්න හැකියාවක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම තමයි active time period එකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි ඒක නම් main board එකේ එහෙම දෙයක් තිබුණේ නැහැ. මේගොල්ලෝ කියනවා ඔයාගේ 2 years වත් you need to be operated. ඒ කියන්නේ අර ඔයාට මතකයි company එක start කරපු දවසක और මතක අර Hello Clothing company මං කිව්වේ quarter day එක සහ company start කරේ. the company start කරේ ඒක 2018 2018 වගේ. ඒගොල්ලෝ list කරේ 2022 ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා at least 2 years වත් business වල ඉඳලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක තමයි active time period of at least 2 years. මොකද company එක start කරා ඊළඟ මාසෙම ඔයාට list කරන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලෝ ඔයාට ඉන්න වෙනවා. You need to be in the operation for like 2 years. ඒ වගේම net asset audited for the last 1 year or මතක අරක තිබුණේ last 2 years වලට මෙතන last 1 year මෙතන කියන්නේ නැහැ profits ගැන මුකුත් කියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ කියන්නේ last years වල continuous profits ගැන මොනවත් කියන්නේ නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන්නේ net assets audit කරන්න ඕනලු කලින් අවුරුද්දේ audit කරලා තියෙන්න ඕන. මොකද මේකේ පොඩ්ඩක් අර conditions relax කරලා තියෙනවා for them to encourage list. Shall we have these conditions, please? Dirisavi board conditions to be listed. Shall we write these 4 points? දැන් පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න මම ඔයාලට කියවනේ අර දැන් capital එකම නෙමෙයි. දැන් මේ බලන්න. Now let's assume your company is having 600 million stated capital, but you were only able to share 15% of shares. එහෙනම් ඔයාට main board යන්න බෑ. Even though we have 600 million, so you can list under the Dirisavi board. ඉතින් ඒ විදිහට ක්‍රයිටීරියාස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. පැහැදිලි මම මේ කියන එක නිසා you need to make sure they think about all the criteria not just one. ඒ නිසා capital එක තිබුණා කියලාම ඔයාට main board යන්න බෑ. අනිත් conditions should fulfill වෙන්න ඕනේ. Right, can we have this please? right, all good. අපි නම් අපේ වෙබ්සයිට් එකට ගිහිල්ලා බලමු කොහොමද මොනවාද companies main board එකේ තියෙන companies ඒ වගේම දිලිසරි board එක ඒ වගේම companies කීපයක් watch list එකේ තියෙනවා. right, watch list එකේ තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා අපි watch list එකටත් පොඩි explanation එකක් ලියාගෙන වෙබ්සයිට් එක පැත්තට යන්න මම ඔයාලට explain කරන්නම්. එහෙනම් watch list කියන්නේ මම අර කලින් කිව්ව CSC rules compliance වලට ඒගොල්ලෝ fulfill කළා නැති නිසා ඒගොල්ලෝ දාලා තියෙනවා. ETI finance now unlisted yes ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉතින් ගොඩක් දේවල් කරන ඒගොල්ලෝ I'll explain guys when you come to this part ඒගොල්ලෝ delist කරනවා ඒකේ listing එක අයින් කරනවා list වලින් කියන්නේ boards වලින් අයින් කරනවා ඔයාව ඊට පස්සේ ඒගොල්ලෝ temporary suspend කරනවා ඒ trading right తాවකාලිකව නවත්තන ඒ වගේ ඒගොල්ලෝ වැඩ කීපයක් කරනවා සමහරට ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ boards වලින් අයින් කළාම දානවා right delist කරනවා temporary trade suspend කරනවා ඉතින් ඒ වගේ actions කීපයක් ගන්න I'll show you what are those actions comes under watch list board. Right, all good, done with writing. Shall we write an explanation to the watch list board, previously known as default board? So here's an explanation about the watch list board. So the board in which the companies those violate or do not follow the conditions of listing, listing rules are entered is known as a watch list board. Is listing rules follow kare නැත්නම් violate කරොත් ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ conditions ආව ගිහලා දාලා watch list එකට. right, watch list එකෙනුත් ඒගොල්ලෝ they will take the necessary action සමහරව boards වලින් අයින් කරනවා delist කරන්න පුළුවන් වාගේ temporary වාගේ trading suspend කරනවා එතකොට කාටවත් shares වාගේ company එකේ shares purchase කරන්න බෑ. right, so you need to quickly take an action regarding those issues ඊට පස්සේ ආපහු ආගේ relevant board එකට ඒගොල්ලෝ දානවා. right, so they give you like a time period with a warning. So then you can do the changes. So then they will be considered for you to again list to your respective board. The board in which the companies those who violate or do not follow the conditions of listing are entered is known as the watch list board. LCB Finance. What is LCB? But yes, so I hope you're done with writing. So let's get back to the website and I'll show you guys about these boards. ඉතින් ඔයාට මෙන්න මෙහෙම ඔයාට menu එකට වගේ what do you call this CSC home page එකට ගියාට පස්සේ ඔයාට තියෙනවා tabs කීපයක්. ඒකෙන් ඔයාට යන්න පුළුවන් market, then corporate announcements. මෙතනින් ඔයාට watch list එකට යන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාගේ watch list එකට. ඊට පස්සේ listed entities ගිහිල්ලා so here's your watch list. Right. I think ඒගොල්ලෝ recent එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා මේ වෙලාවේ තියෙනවා 25 companies Anilana Hotels එකක් hotel group එකක් Bigfoot Finance, Ceylon Printers, City Housing and Real Estate, Lanka Cement, Lucky Lanka Milk Processing, MTD Walkers, Office Equipment or with everything companies keyback, Singapore Finance. ඒගොල්ලන් දැන් අපි example එකක් විදිහට අපි Lucky Lanka එක අරන් බලමු මොනවද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ reason එක කියලා. You can see the date of transfer 2019 ඉඳලා මේගොල්ලන් දාලා තියෙන watch list එකට ගොඩක් කාලේ ඒ කියන්නේ. So modified opinion the independent auditors report එක audits වල මොනවාරි issue එකක් තිබිලා තියෙනවා. delist කරලා තියෙනවා 2020 ඉඳලා delisting. මේ තියෙන්නේ non submission of annual report for the year ended. ඒ කියන්නේ 2019 financials වත් මේගොල්ලෝ submit කරලා නැහැ. ඉතින් මේ විදිහට ඔයාලට බලන්න පුළුවන් අපි ගත්තොත් Bigfoot Finance, let's see what is the reason. Again non submission of the annual report for the year ended 31st March 2021. ඒ වගේම non compliance with corporate governance requirements. So those are kind of listing rules and regulations. Especially kind of a reason is a non submission of annual reports. Right, because it's a must for a company to publish annual reports. Then only the investors can, have a good idea about the company. I think මම අර කිව්වා වගේ ඒගොල්ලන්ට පැහැදිලි මෙතන මේ yellow color කියන්නේ trading suspend කරලා ඒගොල්ලන්ව trading halt එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම dealing suspended, delisted. ඉතින් මේ විදිහට ඔයාලට පැහැදිලි companies එකේ classify කරන්න පුළුවන්. I think මේක තමයි watch list එක, right? Watch list. ඔයාලට පේනවා මොකක්ද watch list කියන්නේ? ඒගොල්ලෝ explain කරනවා මෙතන. All listed companies that are non-compliance, right, with CSD listing rules that are subject to enforcement actions as per the section 7 of the CSD listing rules are on the watch list. So securities of these listed companies are transferred to the watch list in order to alert the investor, right? So this is the main point. In order to alert the investor regarding the non-compliance. Guys, I think shall we write this sentence? I think that's something good for our knowledge. Right. So where you wrote watch list කියලා ලියවන the explanation එකක්. ඒකටම අපි මේ sentence එකක් add කරගමු. I hope you can see properly. Securities of these listed companies are transferred to the watch list in order to alert the investors. Investors are පොඩි warning එකක් alert එකක් දෙන්න තමයි මේගොල්ලෝ මෙහෙම කරන්නේ. මෙන්න මේ වගේ ඒගොල්ලෝ rules violate කරනවා. So you have to make it clear because otherwise investor will blame CSC. බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ CSC එකේ registered company මම invest කරා. So I'm not getting the returns, right? So then this will avoid the fact of getting that blame to the CSC because they have warned you. They have given you an alert. Only the what you can see, in green, blue color highlighted sentence only. So if in case if you could not write, I'll send this to the chat as well. On the chat now. Well, right. So now, guys, you can go to the main board. දැන් ආගේ syllabus එකට අමතරව මෙතන empower board, second board කියලා තියෙනවා. I'm not gonna talk about those. හරි. මෙන්න main board එකේ තියෙන companies ටික. Right? හරි. ඒ වගේම I'll give you comparison guys. මම ඒකට යන්න කලින් ඔයාලට comparison එකක් දෙන්නම්. So this is a comparison between these two boards. අපි බලමු එනවා. Stated capital, right? එහෙනම් අපි මේක ගැන කතා කළා. ඒ ඔයාට එනවා minimum 500 million තියෙන්න ඕනේ. දිරිසවිනා 100 million. ඔන්න ඔයාට short note එකක් create කරගන්න පුළුවන් comparison එකක් දාගන්න. Stated capital, right? Main board 500යි මේ පැත්ත 100යි. පැහැදිලිද කතාව? එහෙනම් test කීපයක් කරන්න වෙනවා. මොනවාද? එකක් තමයි ඔයාගේ profit and net asset test එක, right? මම අර කිව්වා වගේ continuous 3 years තියෙනවා. ඒවා ගොඩක් advanced විදිහට මේක explain කරලා තියෙනවා. No need for us. ඒ වගේම auditors report දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් මේ විදිහට ඔයාලට පැහැදිලි like kind of advanced things they are telling, right? ඉතින් ඒවා ගැන අපිට ඔක්කොම අවශ්‍ය නැහැ දැනගන්න, right? අපේ level එකට අපි criteria කීපයක් කතා කරා. But you should have an idea, a comparison idea about these two boards. Right, I think all we did මේක explain කරනවා listing requirements. හරි අපි නිකන් බලමු මොනවාද companies කියලා. main board එකේ ඉන්නේ කවුද? listed board එකේ ඉන්නේ කවුද කියලා අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ඒකත් බලමු. හරි, so let's come to main board. Right, main board එකේ ඉන්නවා දැනට companies, so no need of the exact companies, but let's say so Abbas Electricals, Asia Assets, CP Holdings, Ceylon Insurance, Celica Insurance, all we did right? So CDB, Goldface Capital Partners, Lake House Printers, Lanka Ventures, right? Nation Trust Bank, all we did leading companies ටික in our main board එක. අපි යමු දිරිසවි board එකටත්. කවුද දිරිසවි එකේ ඉන්නේ බලන්න. දිරිසවි එකේ ඉන්නවා Alumex PLC, ඊට පස්සේ Apico Insurance, Associated Motor Finance, AMW, what else? Bhagavan Talavati State, Browns and Company, Browns Investment, right? In companies කීපයක් මේ විදිහට දිරිසවි එකට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. Right, so Dirishavi board. Well, so yeah, so that's about it about the two boards. Right, now let's move with our next part, which is the types of securities that you can invest or you can trade in Colombo Stock Exchange. Right, අපි මේ watch list එක පොඩ්ඩක් දාගමු. ඔයාලට watch list එකේ මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක අපි පොඩි notes එකකට එමු like I said. Because I hope ඒක ඔයාලට ප්‍රයෝජනවත් වෙයි කියලා. හරි, watch list එකේ ඉන්න කෙනෙක්ට මෙන්න මේ හතරෙන් එකකට යන්න සිද්ධ වෙනවා. එකක් තමයි trading halt එකකට යන්න පුළුවන්. Right, yes, can we write those? Dealing suspend කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම trading suspend කරන්න පුළුවන්. සහ අවසානයේ දෙගලම delisted වෙනවා. Right, ඉතින් ඕක තමයි watch list එකෙන් වෙන්නේ. Right, ඉතින් ඔය ඉක්මනටම watch list එකෙන් you need to make sure you fulfill the conditions and try to list in the respective board. Right, එහෙනම් trading halt වෙන්න පුළුවන්, dealing suspend වෙන්න පුළුවන්, trading suspend වෙන්න පුළුවන්, delisted වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Shall we write those 4 actions which will be taken by CSC once you are in watch list? Well, so let's move to the next topic, next subtopic. The securities that you can exchange in CSE. You can financial instruments. මොන වගේ financial instruments ද ඔයාට Colombo Stock Exchange එකේ trade කරන්න පුළුවන්. Not just shares වලට අමතරව ඔයාට corporate debentures මේ විදිහට products financial instruments තියෙනවා. මේක market එකක්නේ. එහෙනම් මේ market එකේ මොන වගේ product ද ඔයාට buy and sell කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරිනම් ඔයාගේ day plan එකටම add කරගන්න. අපි මේ ගැන summary එකක් විදිහට කතා කරමු. So instruments which can be traded in CSE, right? Colombo Stock Exchange එකේ order මොනවාද trade කරන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙනම් අපි හැමෝම දන්න shares, right? අපි මේවා ගැන one by one කතා කරනවා. Ordinary shares නේද? අපි කියන shares වර්ග දෙකක් තියෙනවානේ. Ordinary shares ඒ වගේම preference shares. අපි දැන් ටිකක් in detail කතා කරන්න යන්නේ මොනවාද ordinary shares මොනවාද preference shares. ඊට අමතරව තියෙනවා share warrants. And then you have corporate debentures and government debt securities, right? Corporate debentures. And finally, government debt securities, right? Government debt securities. For your information, ordinary shares කොටස් දෙකකට අපි බෙදනවා. So I'll complete it. Right? එකක් තමයි අපි කියන voting shares and non-voting. Government debt securities දන්නා නේද මොනවද තියෙන්නේ කියලා, right? Treasury bills and treasury bonds. Right, guys, so can we have this structure please? So then we'll start from the ordinary shares and voting shares. So those are the instruments that you can trade in a CSC කියන්නේ market එකක්. මේ market එකේ මොනවද sell කරන්න පුළුවන් මොනවද තියෙන products තමයි ordinary shares, preference shares, share warrants, corporate debentures and government debt securities. මේවා ගැන already දැනුමක් තියෙනවා. මොකද අපි කතා කරානේ corporate debenture market එක, government debt securities market comes under the financial markets, right? එනිසාට ඒ already knowledge එකක් තියෙනවා. අපි බලමු කොහොමද ඊට අමතරව what we should know regarding these instruments which can be traded in CSE. Right, ඉතින් මේ ගැන මම quickly go through කරන්න. Lot of points that regarding these instruments you already know. Right, I'll give 1 minute to complete this. Then I'll start with ordinary shares, ordinary voting shares. Guys, what do you know about ordinary shares? So you will become the owner of the company, right? So once you purchase ordinary shares, because why? That belong to the equity capital, right? So become an owner of the company. And you will be entitled for what? Entitled for dividends. But those dividends are not specified percentage or at a specific percentage. You got a certain percentage. Dividends ලැබෙන්නත් පුළුවන්, ලැබෙන්නේ නැති වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. ලැබෙන percentage එක confirm නැහැ. කියන්නේ profit එකෙන් කොච්චරක්ද කියන එක. But you know when you come to preference shares, you have a specific percentage. Right? So point number 2, entitled for dividends, but not a specific percentage. Certain percentage, but not a specific percentage. Not a specific percentage. Right. What is the next part is that you can enjoy. You can you can participate for the AGMs, right? You get the administrative authority. Able to participate AGM, right? You know what is AGM? Annual General Meeting, right? Annual General Meeting, අපි කියනවා AGM කියලා. Think on note it down. This is what you know, what you should know about ordinary shares. Right? So you become the owner of the company, entitled for dividends, but not a specific percentage. Admin authority able to participate in AGM, Annual General Meeting. ඉතින් මේක කොටස් දෙකයි ordinary and voting and non-voting. මොකද එකම වෙනස voting වලට vote කරන්න පුළුවන්, non-voting shares වලට ඒගොල්ලන්ට AGM එකේ vote කරන්න බෑ. ඒ හැර අනිත් benefits entitlement same. Right, so can we please write this as well, ordinary shares. So if you compare with preference shares, the high risk එකක් තියෙනවා. Risk is higher. Risk is higher compared to preference shares. Risk is higher. මොකද dividends ලැබෙයිද නැද්ද කියන එක unsure, right? ඒ වගේම ලැබෙන එකත් sure නැහැ. ලැබුණත් කොච්චරක් ලැබෙයිද කියන එකත් sure නැහැ. Because they don't have a specific percentage. Right, all good. Okay, guys, at power cuts. This is the Southern power cut. Okay, just give me 1 second.